Let's talk about the royals now because Prince William is reportedly facing immense pressure to be the bigger person and forge a path towards peace with his wayward brother, Prince Harry. According to Women's Day, the future king has no intention of making this easy for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. In fact, William is reportedly demanding a legally binding peace contract before he even considers a sit down with his estranged brother. And look, Kevin, I don't blame Prince William. Why would or how could he ever trust the Sussexes ever again?
Yeah, there isn't going to be a peace contract. He's not demanding a peace contract. What he's demanding is that he never wants to see his brother again. Neither William nor Catherine, the Prince and Princess of Wales, even want to be in the same postcode as Harry and Meghan. They particularly despise Meghan, and they don't like what Harry has become since he teamed up with Ms. Markle. So the feud between the sibling rivalry, the brotherly feud between William and Harry, I think is insoluble. I don't think there is ever going to be a deal. In fact, Harry and Kate were, or rather, sorry, William and Catherine were furious that the king even entertained them when they came back to Britain last week. I mean, the king, Camilla can't stand it. All of the royal family, including the king, absolutely detest Meghan. They believe that she's ruined Harry, and they no longer like Harry. William just doesn't want to know him anymore. So all this talk of there's going to be some kind of peace pact. There's been talking. William and Harry have not been talking. That's not true, and they're not going to talk. As far as William is concerned, that interview with Oprah, his spiteful little book, Spare, in which he trashed the entire royal family. Don't forget, in the interview with Oprah, he basically called the royal family racists.
Mm,
So did she.
yeah.
This is unforgivable. There's no forgive and forget after what Harry's done. Harry is naive, immature, and not very bright. He believes in the dimness of his mind, of his intellectually challenged mind, that he can surmount all of these problems and they can, reforge the lives they once enjoyed. And then that he and Meghan can, in fact, have that half in, half out royal lifestyle. In other words, coming to Britain, doing a few royal functions, opening a few libraries, cutting a few ribbons, all that stuff they do, and then going back to America to earn money. That was the half in, half out system that the late, great Queen Elizabeth II specifically banned. She said, you're either in or you're out. There's no halfway house.
Whenever Prince Harry's name is linked to the royal family, the debate reignites almost instantly. This time, it's not just about whether a return is possible, it's about whether the public believes an apology should come first. But is reconciliation really that simple? Or has the relationship reached a point where every move is judged through the lens of past events? Discussions about public figures often become bigger than the individuals themselves. In Prince Harry's case, many people see his relationship with the royal family as symbolic of larger issues like trust, accountability, and loyalty. That's why even speculation about a return can trigger strong reactions from supporters and critics alike. The question isn't only whether he should return, it's also what conditions, if any, people believe would make that acceptable. Calls for a public apology reveal
Harry is obsessed with getting that halfway house. The king, soft-hearted soul, who just wanted to see his grandchildren, Archie and Lilibet, I think he probably would go along with some kind of arrangement, allowing them to and fro between the two countries. William, who, by the way, is basically in charge of the royal family. It's not the king, it's William. William, no way. Camilla doesn't want it. Anne doesn't want it. Edward doesn't want it. None of them want it. The only place where this reunion is some kind of reality is in the fevered, mixed up mind of Harry. It's what he desperately wants because He's come to realize his American life is a disaster. He's obsessed, by the way, right now with the fact that polls are revealing that Americans have really fallen out of love with Harry and Meghan. Well, Harry, I've got bad news for you. So have Brits. So he's obsessed with trying to get back some of the life he used to enjoy. And the royal family aren't going to let him have it. It just isn't going to happen. Meanwhile, Meghan isn't at all keen on his half in, half out plan either. And that apparently is leading to severe marital problems. He wants to spend more and more time in Britain, particularly taking his kids over to see their granddad and all that, getting closer and closer to William and all that, and then doing some duties, performing some duties, because he's really missing his former life here. She doesn't want that. She sees their future as an all-American dream. She doesn't want to go back to Britain, and that is causing serious friction. Reports of stand-up rows. It's all going wrong. I mean, they need money. He needs money. She needs money. That as ever business of hers is ridiculous. Selling your candles for $64 and box of jam for $15. Do me a favor. It's ridiculous. So
How differently people view responsibility. Some argue that public disagreements deserve public resolutions, while others believe family matters should remain private, regardless of how visible the people involved may be. This difference in opinion helps explain why conversations around the royal family rarely end with universal agreement. Public opinion can change quickly, especially when new interviews, statements, or reports emerge. Every headline tends to reshape the conversation, making it difficult to separate confirmed developments from speculation. That uncertainty is one reason these stories continue to dominate discussions across news outlets and social media. Beyond the headlines, this situation also highlights the challenges faced by public figures whose personal lives become global talking points.
That is just a pipe dream that she refuses to accept is never going to work. So she's not making any money to speak of. He certainly isn't making any money. He's just lost millions of pounds in that ludicrous case against the Daily Mail over here,
Yes.
in which him and Elton John and Liz Hurley accused the Mail of phone hacking, illegal information gathering, criminality. 40 reporters brought into the dock. Not a shred of evidence to prove any of their allegations. The judge chucked out all 97 accusations against the Daily Mail. And that will leave Harry and his cohorts with a £50 million legal bill. Meghan's furious about that. Meghan is so furious about that because they've got big cash problems. And she warned him to stop this ongoing war against the British press, which we all knew he would never win, can never win. And now he's lost it spectacularly. That's another source of serious friction between these two, between the gruesome twosome, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, that she says, I told you so, you shouldn't have carried on, but he's lost all this money. Meanwhile, he's going to continue this lost cause of his ongoing legal battle to get armed police protection from the British government when he comes to Britain with his family. He's never going to get that. He's wasted millions on that. I mean, this guy is just an idiot. He's an idiot. And Meghan is increasingly frustrated by that. And all these forlorn campaigns he's got, to get armed cop guards and to, defeat the British press. He calls himself the Dragon Slayer. No. Well, guess what? The dragon just slayed him. Massive cash problems. He keeps spaffing money. And you know that phrase, Danica?
Yeah.
When money walks out of the door, love flies out of the window. That relationship is in trouble on a number of levels. But when there's no cash in the house, there's rarely happiness.
No, you're absolutely spot on.
Whether to speak, stay silent, or reconcile can be interpreted in countless different ways. It's a reminder that public perception often evolves alongside the story itself. Whether an apology is necessary, deserved, or even likely remains a matter of opinion. What seems certain is that every new development keeps the conversation alive. And perhaps the biggest question hasn't been answered yet. Can trust truly be rebuilt once it's been debated in front of the entire world? Let me know what you think in the comments. Should any reconciliation happen publicly, or should it remain a private family matter? If you enjoy thoughtful analysis of major royal stories, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss what's next.